Yo, what's up, channel? Everybody on YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I just want to say what's good. Like and subscribe. Yo, we're going to talk about Jay-Z and P. Diddy bad, crazy allegations real quick again. And I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all coming back to the channel. You know, Jay-Z actually has been accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl in the year 2000, which is 24 years ago, which makes Jay-Z 31 years old. Him and P. Diddy, apparently some girls say she was at a party and after party, and Jay Z and P Diddy assaulted her sexually. Obviously, it's nobody that really know if that happened, but her and these two guys. So P Diddy already in jail for those kind of claims, similar to those kind of claims, and doing something like that to another female and other people. And now Jay Z is pulled into this same kind of scenario months later. So Jay Z made a statement, and I just want to read some of the stuff that he said, and we can kind of chat about it really quick. So he said, Jay Z wrote, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had called calculated was the nature of these allegations, and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose for you the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So, no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These allegations would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I have to sit our children down, one of which is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. I have no idea how you have to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither nor honor nor dignity. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by the ambulance chasers in a cheap suit. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who had made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We have a very strict code of and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theories, physics will believe, fake psychics will believe the idiot claims you have levied against me. That, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. End of quote. So you see Jay-Z, from the take of this conversation, came from first person. He wrote that himself. Now, me and my wife discussed it, and it sounded like she said, no, this is a guy from Marcy Projects. As he said, he did not write that himself. He's a billionaire. He got some people that helped him write that. And I can't argue that point. You know, maybe she's right. You know, maybe that's probably what I would have did is have some really expensive people who I actually got on the payroll or I pay to help me write this, because this is kind of scary. It's like my life and legacy and my business, everything is on the line. I mean, think about it. For somebody like Jay-Z, for something like this to be levied against him as far as an accusation, all of the companies that's in connection with him would leave and say, hey, until you figure this out, we cannot send you no more money. We can't be associated with this because this got something to do with the harm of children. What could Jay-Z say? Oh, this a lie. This a lie. Well, of course it seemed like a lie, but because we don't see you like that. But until you figure this out, we got to move our brand away from that situation because we don't want to be associated with that, you know, and at a nightlife type of event, type of music and type of world that Jay-Z dwells in from his sound. So that means it's possibility that you could have ran into somebody young, you could have been around people that was underage. It's just a possibility. That don't mean it happened. So you got Jay-Z figuring out how to navigate through this, and he just decided, I'm just going to come right out and say it myself. I'm not going to let nobody speak for me, which obviously your lawyers would initially say to you or whoever, hey, don't say a word, let us talk for you. Let me, you pay me, I'm your mouthpiece, I'll talk for you. But I think that the fact that Jay-Z spoke on his own, in his own words, in a first person manner, seems that he's saying that you can't prove without a reasonable doubt that I did this. And I don't even think you need reasonable doubt when it comes to a civil case, because this is a federal civil case. So, but what I do believe is that if people find accusations about you true, that they could turn it into a criminal case. And Jay-Z says that. He said, if this is something that was true, why don't you just turn this into a criminal case? Like this, anybody that do something like or accused of something like this should be held accountable criminally. But you seem like y'all ambulance chasers and just really trying to count some money down and get somebody to pay you. But you riding at me, you coming after me. And this is just kind of being like the big fish. If you see in the animal kingdom of in the water, marine kingdom, if you want to call it, with the water, if you got a big whale or something like that, you've seen the videos, you see the little bitty fish hanging up under them, or you might see a big gigantic wildebeest or yeah, what those call well, yak, I don't know what they call those things, ox or something like that. And you will see that in the wild, and you will see little birds like hanging around, or an elephant, where these animals or bugs, they come and eat off that animal, and they look at that animal as their diet, like that's a part of what we're going to eat today. You know what I'm saying? So that animal can't be like, hey, get off of me, or it's too big to move that thing away from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just got to deal with that thing hanging on with it, and that thing can feed its whole family off of it. And it's kind of like that. You the big fish, you the big wig, and it's like, I'm not gonna fight this, I'm just gonna go to you. The accusations are so heinous that it's too big for you to even be levied something like this against you. So it makes Jay-Z say, hey, I've got to fight with fervency. I got to fight with tenacity. So if you got any proof of what you claiming, then let's go to court. Let's take this all the way to the top. And we're not going to sit up here and try to dance around this. We're not going to act like that this is a joke. We're going to come to court. We're going to put this out in the open. You come with your claim. I don't mind what you call me out in the open about, because this is a lie anyway. So say anything you want to say. Let's go to court. And so that's kind of like putting the ball back in the other guy's corner to make sure that they come clean. Because I think that the information is that his lawyers, Jay-Z's lawyers, actually filed a case yesterday in court, which is when this situation came out, and said they want that person to reveal their name. The accusation claimed that she was a minor at that time. So you would think that they would not put that name out there. But now the person is in their late 30s. So it's like you actually an adult at the time of claiming this. So it's like you as an adult need to be put out there. So because in America they got a thing like called facing your accuser. So if somebody call a claim against you, then you got to face them in court. You get to face the person who accused you. And a lot of times, and it makes sense, because if a person is accusing you of something, they shouldn't be afraid of putting their faith out there. But you know how in a lot of elements that don't work. A lot of people do have fear for whatever retribution and everything that come with that when you put yourself out there against somebody. So this person want to stay ambiguous, and not just retribution for somebody trying to hurt you, but your name being associated with anything, and then people might not want to do business with you or work with you, or how it is. It's just the way the world works. So people like to kind of be quiet or low key. You know what I'm saying? But with Jay-Z making a statement like that, especially again coming first person, he not caring about putting out there, or people looking at him in some kind of way, or acting like he is a criminal. It's like, whatever, let's do it. You got this point to make, then let's do it. And that lawyer, you see, he's got a lot of venom for that lawyer. That lawyer, because that lawyer is supposed to have sent him a letter saying, you got to give us some money, or we're gonna not put, or we'll put your name out there. That sounds like extortion in a lot of ways, but this America, and lawyers know how to maneuver words and maneuver paperwork so that it don't seem like that. I'm assuming because they're not looking at coming at that lawyer for what he has a claim towards Jay-Z, because I guess the lawyer said, I'm speaking on behalf of my client. So I can't say my client not telling the truth. I can only defend my client. And I don't know if at that time what you was doing, and really don't nobody know. We all looking at the image of Jay-Z and what they portrayed to us. So we don't have a reason to say, no, they lying. We don't have a real reason to throw a brick towards Jay-Z, because there's no real proof as to saying if this guy is telling the truth or not. So if the girl is telling the truth or not. So we just don't know. So it's really up in the air. But I want y'all to let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Is this going to be the end of Jay-Z's legacy? Is that's in the news where they're going to always start saying, oh, you know what? Hey, guess what? Jay-Z is sponsoring this thing. And he also was accused of sexual assault in the year 2024. It's like, whoa, are they going to say that in the future? That's like, for instance, they was talking about Bill Cosby. That's what they're going to say. They talk about OJ. That's what they're going to say. What's the other guy name? The football player. If they mention these guys' name, that's what they're going to say. Michael Vick. They're going to say, yo, he's doing good. He's been getting into the Hall of Fame. But, in 1997, he was accused of fighting dogs. This is just how the news go. So that might happen to Jay-Z with these kind of accusations being pushed against him. So it's a lot to wonder and a lot to see. So we got to try to all kind of see what happens and play out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep talking about it right here on my channel, the Hood Films Podcast. Just get it, and we'll talk more. Let me know what's up. Holla.